I get messages all day, every day. Ikulong mo na yan. Alam naman natin kung sino sila. Ikulong mo na. Kunin mo lahat ng pera nila. Pagbenta mo na yung mga bahay nila, ibalik sa ano. What would then I be accused of if we did that? Secondly, if basta-basta lang tayo nagsasabi hindi maganda ebidensya, basta kasuhan mo na. Kung nanalo, kung maakwit, dahil hindi maganda ang pagkahanda ng kaso, nakawala dahil hindi maganda ang pagkahandle ng ebidensya. Alam naman talaga natin kung sino sila. Kaya tiyakin natin na makukulong talaga sila. At ang kanilang mga ninakaw ay ibalik sa gobyerno, ibalik sa tao.
Sir, various labor groups and business groups expressed their disappointment for slow progress of our fight against corruption. How satisfied are you with the performance of the ICI? And do you think we need the Independent People's Commission under the Senate Bill 1215 proposed by, I think it was Senator Tito Soto?
All right. We have to remind people that we have now moved from the political arena to the legal one. And the legal arena has very strictly defined procedures. I get messages all day, every day. Ikulong mo na yan. Alam naman natin kung sino sila. Ikulong mo na. Kunin mo lahat ng pera nila. Pagbenta mo na yung mga bahay nila, ibalik sa ano. What would then I be accused of if we did that? Secondly, if basta-basta lang tayo nagsasabi hindi maganda ebidensya, basta kasuhan mo na. Kung nanalo, kung maakwit, dahil hindi maganda ang pagkahanda ng kaso, technicality. Nagka-technicality. Can you imagine these people who have stolen billions from the government and from the people, nakawala dahil hindi maganda ang pagka-handle ng ebidensya? That would be much worse result. So, due process must be observed. We must make sure na alam naman talaga natin kung sino sila. Kaya tiyakin natin na makukulong talaga sila. At ang kanilang mga ninakaw ay ibalik sa gobyerno, ibalik sa tao. But just be yung nagmamadali, yung hindi maaari yan, hindi delikado tayo. Kaya natin sabihin ko sa pulis, dakipin nyo na yan. Basta ikulong nyo, bahala na. Anong mangyayari doon? Sira yung kaso natin, and you cannot charge them again. There is that principle of double jeopardy in the law. So, it's what is more important that we just file cases. Basta sige lang. Remember, nobody has gone to court yet. There's no conviction yet. And the court, marami pang, what is the process? Pagka binigyan yung may complainant sa ombudsman, sa DOJ, may preliminary investigation pa. Magbubuo ng investigasyon. Kailangan matibay-tibay yung ebidensya. Kasi kung hindi matibay yung ebidensya, makakawala yun, maakwit yun. Kaya tiyakin natin na matibay yung ebidensya. Hindi madaling gawin yun. Dahil yung iba, hindi, yung mga witness, yung ating mga resource person, hindi nagsasabi ng totoo, may mga tinatago, etc., etc. Kailangan ma-extract yun sa kanila, yung impormasyon na yun, para gawing ebidensya, para madala sa kung saan man, sa sandigan, sa ombudsman, eto na yung kaso. At malalaman natin na tiyak na makita natin na yung talagang alam natin na gumawa ng katiwalian, na nagnakaw talaga sa gobyerno, ay magbabayad. And magbabayad, they will pay for it with their liberty, and they will pay for it with treasure that they have taken away from government. I think it's more important that we get one chance at this. Isa lang ang chance natin. We cannot waste that opportunity to justice to those people, to bring those people to justice, and to bring justice to the Filipino people. So, do you want to get it done quickly, or do you want to get it done right? That's the choice that we have. So I understand the frustration because we do have a very good idea about who these people are. But you have to take them to court. You have to present evidence. They have to be convicted. And as I'm sure anyone who has been involved in any kind of legal proceeding, we are all very frustrated, especially non-lawyers, are very frustrated by how long it takes. Ang sagot naman ng mga abogado sa atin is that may kasabihan sa kanila, the law grinds very slowly, but it grinds very well. So we're counting on that.
Sir, just a quick follow-up. What do you think of the plans of ICI?
The wheels of justice grind slowly, but they grind very well. Yeah.
So what do you think of the plan of ICI to live stream their investigation? How will it affect the credibility of the process?
I don't think it has an effect on the credibility of the process. I think it's a practical matter, really, because if the problem that the ICI has right now when it comes to the issue of live streaming and other issues is hindi pa nabubuo yung kanilang rules. So they still have to finalize those so that we have a clear understanding of what is the best way to proceed. Will live streaming help? Will it not? So we just have to wait for the ICI to make that decision for themselves. I have an opinion, of course, but talagang ang gusto kong makita ng tao, hindi ako nakikialam ng the executive, the government, hindi nakikialam dyan. We provide them a budget and we allow them to run everything the way they want, to hire the people that they want, and yung mga substantial matters ay nasa sa kanila yun. Kaya talagang rinirespeto namin yung unang I, independent Commission on Infrastructure. Let us make sure we are making sure that they are truly independent. So those decisions have to be left to them.
Thank you, President. The next question from Christian.
Sir, with the Group's attention on the Philippines as the ASEAN chair, how do you respond to the concerns that domestic corruption issues can overshadow the country's leadership in the regional structure?
We do not allow those local political issues of any member state to intrude into what we are trying to do. That's my experience so far. Hindi kami nakikialam sa bansa, no, sa ibang bansa. We talk about ASEAN, and whatever is happening in other other countries who belong to ASEAN, it doesn't really enter into our conversation. It does not make a difference to the directions that we would like to take, the initiatives that we would like to make. So, hindi siguro, in my experience so far, kasi alam naman natin yung mga ibang bansa, wala pa naman tayo, hindi pa naman tayo siya. May konting gulo dun sa kanila, may pumutok na issue sa kanila, pero hindi pumapasok sa usapan. Pagka nasa plenary na kami, pinag-uusapan na ano yung gagawin natin sabay-sabay. Because it doesn't matter for the decision-making of ASEAN, turn that around. The only thing that matters to the decision-making process in ASEAN is what each member is willing to do and agrees to do. If they agree on the concept, this is what dito tayo, lalapit tayo dito sa bansang ito, whatever it is. Or we'll open up a center for cultural exchange. O kung sumang-ayon lahat, sumang-ayon lahat. Walang kinalaman kung ano yung sitwasyon nila dun sa local.
Hello, sir. So are you sharing these values of combating corruption to member state?
Sharing
these values and principles you're moved to fight corruption, sir?
To
the members of the ASEAN.
what will I propose to the members of the ASEAN?
These values of combating corruption, sir.
We all want to combat corruption. It's not. I'm not there. I'm not there. Even if you're the chair, hindi mo inuutusan ito mga ito. These are presidents and prime ministers and one king, a sultan. So it's not in our. We have no place to tell them that this is what you should do. This is what you should not do. Maybe the most you can say is that I believe ASEAN should head in this direction. Do you agree? We don't agree. Why not? I don't know. Maybe we can work around it. That's how the process goes. Can you imagine if we started telling them what to do? Wala na, sira na yung buong proseso.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next question from Judy Balicanos, IBC 13.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Sir, I have 3 in 1 question, sir. Mr. President, following the turnover of the chairmanship for the 2026 ASEAN Summit, how prepared, sir, is the Philippines to actually host this major regional event next year? And what key challenges do you foresee in the lead up to 2026? And how does your administration plan to address them to ensure a successful summit?
Well, in terms of physical, logistical preparation, we are prepared. Because I had very early on in the chairship of Malaysia, I spoke already to Premier Anwar, and I asked him, how's it going? And he said, you know, this is what we're having to do, and these are the things that we are having to arrange. It's a big, and so immediately I said, we're next. We have to start preparing. So we have been preparing for it for about 8 months now. Since nag-usap kami ni Anwar, sabi, wow, malaking bagay pala itong ang dami palang kailangan gawin. So, pinaghahandaan na talaga namin. So, yan, we are prepared. We are now in the process of putting together the different elements of where we think ASEAN should be focusing. So, one of the things is the COC, for example. That's number 1. Para sa atin, the other member states, that's not as a big priority to them as it is to us. So this is our chance to really promote that and to highlight that, and hopefully we will succeed. So that it is you have to lead. What we are doing, when you're the chair of ASEAN, you lead. And that is what we are ready to do that, because we have a very, very good idea of what the elements are that we feel need to be part of the discussions of ASEAN during our chairship.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're down to our last 2 questions, Mr. President, and 1 follow-up question each. The next one will be from Ron Davidson of PE4.
Mr. President. In relation to the acceptance of the chairmanship, I would like to ask, there's a report that ASEAN is not sending observers to Myanmar's upcoming election. Is this confirmed?
No. Pinag-uusapan talaga namin yun. Masinsinan namin pinag-usapan na. And I think what's happened is ASEAN is leaving it to each country to decide on their own. ASEAN will not take a common position. Because in our discussion, everyone has a different idea. So we will have to decide for the Philippines what it is that we think we should do. We will watch other countries to see what they should do. I still believe that we will come to a consensus as to what to do by December 28 when the election is scheduled. I still think I'm definitely going to be calling around and saying ano bang sa palagay ninyo dapat gawin natin, because it will be much preferable if ASEAN moves as one. So that's what I will try now, starting from now, because it's already on schedule December 28 na. So we have to come to a decision as to what it is that we're going to do. There are differences in opinion on the different members, but the differences are not enormous. I think that if we talk about it some more, we will find a common ground as to what to do. What that is, I cannot predict.
In the event that there's no consensus from ASEAN members.
Then the Philippines will move by itself. Then we will agree to disagree. But that's how ASEAN works. You make up your own mind. If we would like to bring you into the majority, for example, then we will. We continue to talk about it, and we continue to talk about it. And as I said, I think all the member states, all the leaders of the member states understand that it would be much, much better if ASEAN took a common position and moved as one. That's what I would be advocating for.
Thank you, sir. For the last question, which one? David.
Good evening, sir. Social media content creators have profiled each ASEAN country, and they consider the Philippines as the chill and due to its hospitable aura and ability to maintain strong friendships and openness with other countries, not just the region. What is your reaction to this, and do you agree with this assessment?
Yes, I do actually. But it's no pressure. We are held to a certain standard, but that's the same with every chairship that happens. I'm glad that ang starting point natin, ang tingin sa Pilipino, yun na nga, chill at madaling kausap. That's a big help pag you're trying to find consensus. So yes, I agree. Totoo na, sa palagay ko naman, totoo din naman na talagang ganun ng Pinoy, magaan ang ugali ng Pinoy talaga eh. And that is to our advantage. That is to our advantage. And we will present always the best possible side so that we are met with the most possible successes. That's something that we can put in our pocket and say, advantage natin ito. Meron tayong I don't know that we are more hospitable or more chill than the other countries, but to be seen that way is already an advantage.
No more follow-up?
No, sir. What is the sir? Now that we're chairing the ASEAN issue, what would the image that the Philippines under your leadership and the ASEAN would like to project in 2016? At in 2026, sorry.
Chill and hospitable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. On that chill note, that concludes our press conference tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Salamat. Maraming salamat. Good afternoon.